Hi, good afternoon every one of you. It's long since we last met. I'm now nursing my sprained ankle which I suffered that injury 2 nights ago. It doesn't matter. Good things about Genius business being e-commerce. And still I thought maybe it's important for me to share with you why this business is a business that you and I must do, and what's the difference between this Genius business compared with MLM company as well as direct selling company, and how you can leverage on this business to be financially free and help your loved ones and people around you to be successful in the next coming years. Because the 2015 onwards, things are not going to be easy because, as you can see, in the economic landscape, Italy, Japan, there are recessions, Greece, bankrupt, and things like that. 2005 onwards and beyond, you can see more happening, especially in banking sectors and various sectors. Things are going downhill eventually. But the good thing about internet is that it's scalable. It can expand and do business beyond the shore of Singapore. So risk will be minimized. Let's go further with that. I'm going to explain to you much more in my next 10 slides. Is that okay? Let's begin. Why Genius business? Now, you must know the trends of today. You and I are using something, we call it mobile gadgets. Be it an iPhone, Samsung phone, etc. It changes the way we communicate with people. It changes the way we do business with others. That's why many of us actually go to the internet to do online shopping. No wonder Temasek Holding just brought over a few companies who are online shopping platforms like Lazada, which I actually bought 55 inches of Samsung TV a few months back. Now, it did. Most of my items nowadays, I did comparisons over internet. I get a right price and purchase online because it saved me cost, it gave me convenience, and it allows me accessibility to find out much more about the company and the products. I believe all of you have done somehow one way or another on Groupons or Q10. That changes the way we do things. Now, how e-commerce changes how we do business. As we venture into knowledge society, everything is all about knowing more. If you do not know anything, what do you normally do? You go to Google to do a search. Is that correct? Yeah, and they do a comparison between an iPhone sold by this company with that of the other company, and then they make decisions. And then what I did when I purchased a fingerprint digital lock, I literally went to Sydney Square, went to the retail shop, and the boss explained to me 1 hour how the mechanism works. And why is it so? That Yale brand and Samsung brand are the global leaders in this aspect. And guess what? Did I buy from him? No. I went back to Google, did a search, and I purchased a digital lock that saved me a couple of dollars. So it's the power of being a knowledge society. Everyone wants to know more. Everyone can access to get more information that allows them to make an informed decision. Alright? Now, the second thing about how e-commerce changes how we do business, is our ability to search for direct manufacturers at cheaper rate, and that increase the reliability as we found more directly from manufacturers than through a middle person. But manufacturers being the ones selling products and services directly to consumers, we call it business to consumers, or in short, B2C. That allows us to get the best deal after all, right? And we call this direct selling. That puts traditional wholesalers and distributors, licensed distributors, at risk. Now, I'll just share a little bit about my own story. I started working at the age of 12, and I started my first business at the age of 18. Now, I guess most of you at 18 years old, you're still studying. Yeah, I started, but I need to pay for school fees, so I need to do a business, do something that will help me to bring in income to pay for my fees and my school expenditures. Now, I chanced upon a certain opportunity called importing items from China. That time I bought some items from China, and what I did is that I got a contact. When I sold things through a certain channel, people ask me where I got this contact from. That time I did not dare to tell them where I got a contacts. There wasn't internet, there wasn't any kind of contacts with them overseas. So a lot of people did not know, and that was my trade secret. Now you know what? Nowadays I cannot keep this secret anymore. Why? Because in the knowledge society, everyone access by searching through on Google platform and find for themselves various manufacturers can sell directly their product or services to them as consumers. That puts a lot of businesses like what I was at risk, and all this shift the way how business conduct nowadays over the internet. And no choice, direct selling is the trend if you want to succeed in business, right? Now, want to look at global retail and e-commerce sales forecast 2013-2008. You look at the trends. It's upward trends, all right? And you see the retail e-commerce percentage change. It has been a great increase over the years. Retail e-commerce sales, you can see that from the dark blue sector, it increases over the years to 2018 by about 2.5 trillion US dollars. That's a big piece of pie that we can write on. That's why I see Gines being positioned at the right place at the right time for the right reason, to leverage and take a big pie out of that $2.5 trillion. I wonder, our dear Mr. Bill Gates, the richest man on earth, once said, if I would be given a chance to start over again in business, I would choose network marketing. Thanks to Bill Gates. Now, next big discussions is on why Gines is not the M&M and not direct selling company. All right, let's explore this bit by bit. What is traditional M&M? Yeah, what is traditional M&M? Traditional M&M only benefits the top. The top people who came in will normally get a big part of it. All right, it's like a pyramid in a sense. Now, they usually sell expensive products by 1,000% or more markup, and they'll keep pushing you to buy big packages. Why is that so? Because they are going to relinquish all the products into the hands of the reseller. So the company will be no more holding the products, but holding cash that comes direct from you. And that, I think, is not so ethical. That's traditional M&M company. And what aspect of your other sales service is delivery. You got to follow up on customers. You got to deliver products to the customers. Guess what? If the customers in China, are you going to fly over there with a package with you and deliver to them? Well, I think that's disastrous. And besides that, the reselling model is restricted and confined to a limited geographical areas. That's why many fit in this area. You got to stock up, and you cannot sell in other countries. How about this? Is Gines a direct selling company? Now, what is direct selling company? Usually, the company pushes packages to the distributors. Again, the whole rationale is the same as M&M company. They will normally want to let go of the products in exchange for the money in cash into their account. Alright, they are very good at managing their cash flow after all. Now, and you are required to sell products for inventory, the stock up, and limited geographical areas. Usually their sales quota at deadline, and you need to do our sales service delivery, etc. People will face on direct selling companies, at these direct selling companies, cash flow problems, and will face issues like obsolete products. Now, what is Gines? After having said that, Gines is a full e-commerce online shopping experience like what we mentioned earlier, Groupon, Q10, Street Deal, Lazada, and so on and so forth. Now, you can tell what is called e-commerce because from registration to purchases and after purchases, okay, their earnings, they are all online accessed. Not only that, because it's from manufacturer who actually send the products to people, to the consumers, it's called B and C, a lower cost is expected with a breakthrough high quality product and services. Now I made a calculations that the costing, the P&L, etc. Genius dedicated about 45% on costing, 30% for reward system, and 25% is profit. That's remarkable, very well balanced, no extraordinary markup. There's no sales quota deadline required of any one of you, and the global reward system is very fair. More importantly, there's no geographical restrictions. Genius has expanded 150 nations with more than 30 international offices to support all the business partners worldwide. Your money comes from all over the world, no more from just Singapore or Malaysia or from 10 nations that most companies will have. Ours is more than 100 nations. Your money will cash out from each of the countries while even sleeping. Genius discourages reselling because they don't push packages to people. That is the main thing. That is called online shopping. Now next, comparing traditional business versus Genius. I did a simple illustration. A Mee Goreng store versus Genius global business. That means an owner running a Mee Goreng store versus a business partner like you and me doing Genius global business. Alright? Now there are 7 points that I want to highlight here to you. First is the Mee Goreng store. As an owner, you got to start the cost. For sure, you got to sign a 1-year lease. Alright? You got to sign a 1-year lease of about 2,000 rentals a month. That means the startup cost is about $24,000 instantly. Before you do Char Kway Teow, you will lose this sum of money. Now for Genius Global Business, the startup cost is only $41.66. You got a back office website, a very powerful e-commerce website that they use for a year. And what requires you to do business? If you don't do business, it doesn't matter. Just the consumers go ahead and do so. But if you want to do business, what is required of you is that you need to consume the products just for itself at $1, $2, $3 by 12 months. That is $1,476 plus $466. All this is like below 2005. Now look at this. If anyone wants to do business and without $5,000, now please, you can forget about it because there's no point doing a business. You should take up a job, save enough money before you start investing. Yeah, that makes sense? How about Mee Goreng store in this aspect? Raw material stock up. You have to bring Char Kway Teow, the taugeh, etc. Alright, let's stock up. Yeah, all perishable. Compared to Genius Global, there's no inventory stock up. Third, there's geographical location. Mee Goreng store operates in Toa Payoh, can only get customers that comes to Toa Payoh to tapao, to eat in Toa Payoh. Is that correct? You cannot even send a Mee Goreng to China, to Europe instantly. You can't. Alright? Compared to Genius Global Business, it's a global business over e-commerce. You can do business just by a click away and money just come in. Just like I'm doing right now with you, right? Though I may be like on sick leave, but the thing is that I can still do business by sharing with you the opportunities and why the difference between Genius and other businesses. 4. Now, you know nowadays Singapore government has come up with some of the restrictions on manpower, of foreigners coming as to work for the business owners. A lot of my friends who operated restaurants out there, Hong Kong street restaurants, they have issues. Why? They make profits, but because of manpower restrictions, they have to close down the business. Compared to Genius, there isn't such thing at all. Now, mee goreng store, as an owner, if you fall sick, what are you going to do? If you spread with a fellow spread ankle, just like I'm having right now, they have no income because they're based on the time committed to the number of hours worked on that particular store, frying the mee goreng to get income. We call this active income. The person falls sick, sprained ankle, like what I'm suffering right now, they have no money. Compared to Genesis Global Business, there's active income, but there's also a very strong, powerful passive income that generates worldwide. Mee goreng stores, after you fry one packet of char kway teow, you got to deliver it to a customer in the hands. Is that correct? And the money, literally, you got to take from them and you're going to put in the bank. Whereas compared to Genesis Global Business, delivery of products ordered online is delivered by the company, Genesis himself. You don't have to bother about it. Even on sleeping, business still continues 24/7. That's 7-Eleven. Lastly, for a mee goreng store, you want to exit is very difficult because why? Most of the so-called the mee goreng stores or char kway teow stores owners, some will take a loan, a small loan from the bank. Guess what? They're going to commit, as above, it mentioned $24,000. Most of the people who want to go into such a business might not have this money. So if they're not going to do well by committing $24,000 with the raw materials and also overheads, they're going to kill them. Literally, they are in debts. So exiting from that business is not easy. The other will chase after them. But compared to Genesis Global Business, it's scalable, easy to enter because it's little money that requires of you. Just need a passion and understanding and the love to help others succeed in life. That's it. Not selling, but sharing with others. And it's easy to exit with no debts at all because all that is spent on is about investing to help, so we become more healthier to be able to help ourselves so we can help others to succeed in life. That's the power of Genesis Business. Now, in a nutshell, I can actually term this as called middleman income. There are much more to share with you, but not on this video because I've shared length with some of the business partners 2 weeks ago. Alright, I hope to share with you when I meet you face to face. The power of middleman income is like that of Google, that of Temasek Holding, that of Capital Mall, that of Lazada and Groupon, etc. Because there's no stock up, there's less risk involved, it's versatile business, it's scalable, and the speed of expansion. That's why people are looking at internet business nowadays. Business without e-commerce front will fail most of the time. Now, let me show you next on how easy it is to do Genesis Business. Now, assuming I give you a scenario, okay? Give you 3 options. And this column B, column C, and column D. Now, look here. Let me expand a little bit further so you can see clearly. Okay, I believe that is good enough for you. Now, assuming that if I were to give a choice to choose either B, C, or D. B being that I give 10 cents today, but I promise to double it every day, the 10 cents. Will you choose it? Or column C, if I were to give it today, instantly $5 million US dollar legal tender, would you want it straight away? Or if you are holding on to a job that pays you $10,000, would you like to keep it? So if you only have a choice to choose either B, C, or D, which will you choose instantly? Your subconscious mind will usually tell you to go for $5 million. Is that correct? Straight reach. Things that comes in easy will goes up easy as well. Okay. Now, let's compare 30 days or 31 days of comparison of the power of compound earnings. Okay. Let me show you. Now let's put it to 31 days of experiment. Assuming you have $5 million one-time gift, and assuming this is $10,000 that gave to you every month. Okay, so 1 month is only $10,000. Okay, let's compare to, these are day 1, 2, 3, 4, the 31st day. Now, if I were to promise you this B, that 10 cents will double every day, the effect looks normal. When you reach day 15, that's $1,638. People who receive $5 million or $10,000 will laugh at me, isn't so? But it doesn't matter. Business is one that it takes a strong foundation to build. Once you have the right system, that system will help you generate more exponential incomes. Let's look at subsequent 25 days. Now you hit $1 million, the person who is still holding a job, no more laughing at you. Alright? Because they see something amazing happens in the bank account. For the $5 million fellow who actually look at this $1 million, to say it's far away compared to what he had received. Well, wait till, give it another 5-6 days, and let's compare the results. Ladies and gentlemen, don't look at the first day, let's look at 30th day. Day 30th, when I did exponential, double my income, the 10 cents every day. On day 30, my account has a balance of $53 million compared to $5 million and $10,000, which they earned one time and monthly respectively. Now, that tells you one thing, that business, once leveraged on the right system, it helps you to generate exponential earnings and income. I did so on my past investment, even my business before, and I'm doing that still. That's how it helps me to make more money and much money that can contribute for the good cause. Okay, I hope I understand that. There are much more I'm going to share with you. All right, but let's look at let's see Jeanette's business. Now, how is it to do Jeanette's business? Let's do an illustration based on the same principle. I'm going to expand this a little so you can see clearly. Okay. Now I hope you can see this clearer. Right. We're doing a comparison. Okay. Now, your business want to do business with Jeanette successfully. You need 1 year or 2 years. You want 5 figures income? That's how we teach you. In 12 months, you can earn 5 figures. An exponential increase thereafter. Is that okay with you? Let's look how you're going to do. Now, assuming if any people, your friends coming in, you franchise a website where we come in to own a website, okay, and buy a package for them to try, and subsequent to that, each of them just need to consume. You just need to get 2 persons, two loved ones to consume each a packet of a box of reserve, or to consume what? Serum, for instance. That's $1 to $3, right? Each of these items contributes 60 points. So assuming you have 2 of these franchise website, 2 distributors, one of them clocking 60 points per month, so 2 person will be 120 points, 60 times 2 persons. Alright, and understanding that now every 9 points you will cash out $35 US dollar. Correct? Now, if you were to tell these 2 persons to repeat the same process, to tell their 2 friends to come in and just consume every month 1 box of reserve or 1 tube of serum. That's all. That's all. Each person gets 2% for the whole lifetime. Does that sound simple? Very simple indeed. So what happened next? If this would repeat all the way down over the months, what will happen? Things are going to explode. Look at the points. Now, for the start, at 120 points, you might not get anything yet because the criteria will be 9 points, you get $35. Now, only at month number 4, you get 960 points cumulative. That gives you $35, right? Now, how about the way down the months? let's say 12 months. Now at this point in time, month 12, a month 12, by repeating the same procedure, copy and paste, you earn 9,555 US dollar. That is more than 10,000 Singapore dollars per month. Okay, and doesn't stop there, because what if this will repeat and continue on globally? Look at year 2. When month 24 comes, you earn at least more than 40,000 Singapore dollars a month. Again, I'm sharing with you exponential earnings that can be so easily done by any one of you in Genius. And I hope that you are enlightened today. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope to meet you all again soon. With this, I want to wish you all the best, and God bless you.